He basically kidnapped my ass, took my ass to such setting, proceeded to attempt to beat my ass.
I'm loaded, I'm smoking, this shit is exotic. I'm fucking the bitch, I'm booted off Molly. I'm moving, I'm speeding like Sonic. I'm dripping, I need me a faucet. I'm taking, I'm filling my pocket. I'm serving these verses like bottle need water. I serve you a pack with my 40, my Italy. I'm tracking the package, I'm hanging with Riley. He's serving them debit and stacking the profit. I'm fucking with Nacho, he keep it 1,000 with.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl L2Fly, and I am back at it with another banger video. And by the title, I'm back with one of my very popular videos. People love my story times because I got some juicy story times. My life is juicy, and I got so much story times that I could share with y'all. Like, y'all gonna be like, so I know that y'all love the story times, and since like I haven't posted a story time in a long time, I decided like I would drop one for y'all. Y'all like to hear? Y'all like to hear? Right now we chilling right now, but by the title, this is story time. It's about to get juicy, so if y'all want to hear more about my juicy story time, make sure y'all stay tuned. Before we get into the video, make sure to like, comment down below, and subscribe for more content like this and more content in general. We on the road to 1K. We about to get there, no doubt about it. Whatever. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So this story time, y'all, is the time where my ex-psychotic boyfriend took me to the woods. And yes, he took me to the woods. This is not no exaggeration about it. He took me to the woods. So we're gonna start from the very beginning, and we're gonna go down the line. So my freshman year, as we all know, I was talking to a senior. Guys, if you're a freshman, don't do it. Do not do it.
No.
But if the other people tell you don't do it, them seniors, they just want to hurt you, freshmen. They just want to hurt you, take your virginity. They just want to mess with you and then leave you just, traumatized and like in love and stuff. Do not mess with them. That is just my disclaimer before my story. So at the time, I was a freshman talking to a senior. If you guys remember my last story time, I told you guys that this particular individual I have a lot of story times with because he was just trouble. Trouble came anywhere he was, and he took me with him, and I don't know why I never walked away.
There are so many questions spinning around in my head.
I guess I like trouble at the point, but he was trouble, and I told you guys that I have a lot of story times about this particular individual because he put me through a lot. I'm probably gonna do a story time with my mom because there's a really juicy story time that I have to tell you guys about. But this one individual, he was just trouble, and I just was stupid. I just had stupid on my forehead, and I just never listened. And this one day just proved to me that this person was just a horrible individual. But I'm not here to bash him. I'm not gonna say his name. I'm not gonna say any names in this video. I'm gonna use code names, but basically we're gonna call him Jason. So one day Jason hits me up a night before school and is like, in the morning I'm gonna come pick you up before school. So I'm like, all right, cool. All right, babe, like, all right, cool, it's whatever, boom, like, okay, cool. So I get ready for school the next morning and like, just get ready, and I leave, and he comes and picks me up at my gate. So we were just hanging out in the car, chilling, booed up, doing what booed up people do, basically, if you guys, already know the bigger picture. So he's on the way to my school, and we get into an argument about a girl, and we're gonna call this girl Anna. So me and Jason get into an argument over Anna, and I'm like, I know that you're talking to her. Like, we get into a whole argument, and me and Jason have gotten into an argument about Anna multiple times. This is not a person who has just popped up once or twice. This person has popped up over and over and over again, and I called him on it, when we were in the car, because I think I like noticed something. I think either I noticed something or something happened, and I, you know, talked to him about it, because, you know, you're supposed to talk in a relationship, I guess. Whatever. Guess not. And he just got so upset, and he was like, you know, basically being very defensive. And when you get defensive with me when I'm not getting defensive with you, then I feel like you're trying to fight. So I guess I said something that like triggered his psychotic nerve. Like I said, psychopath. So something triggered his psychotic nerve, and he was like, get out the car. He was like, get out the car. I was like, get out the car? Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? Get out the car and what? You picked me up, you dropped me off. You got me in this car, you take me to my destination. You picked me up, you let me go at my destination, which was school. I don't know what he thought it was. If he thought I was gonna get out the car and walk to school from where I was, but that was never the case. Love, you was gonna have to put me out this car. So he said, get out the car. I looked at him and I was like, no. No. Who getting out of this car? You pulling me out this car? So he's like, all right, bet. You coming to school with me. So my school was probably like 15 minutes away from his school, 20 minutes probably. But it was in a whole different, like, you know, area. And so at first I was like, he playing, he finna drop me off. No. Pulls out of parking lot that we were in, drives right past my school, drives straight to where he was.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Stop playing! What the fuck? Stop playing! What the fuck is that? Ah! What the fuck?
So we're in the car. I'm upset. I'm yelling at him. I'm like, turn the car around. Get me out. Get me out. He was like, no, you should have got out the car when I told you to get out the car. So I'm like, oh, this nigga tripping. This nigga on some crack. So I guess, oh, he stopped at a gas station. Y'all, my memory is a little foggy. This happened like 4 or 5 years ago. I'm trying to remember as I go. But he stopped at a gas station and he needed gas. And this dummy left his car, as we were going, y'all, oh my God, I'm remembering stuff as I go. As we were going, I decided I was gonna call my mama. He snatched my phone and put my phone on the driver's like little pocket on the driver's seat. He took my phone. I'm like, give me my fucking phone. You don't pay the bill. I'm calling my mama. I'm calling the cops because you kidnapping me after I told you to drop me off to school. He's like, I'm not kidnapping you. You're my girlfriend, right? I told you to get out the car. This whole stuff. Takes my phone. So he stops at a gas station and leaves me in the car, but takes my phone in the gas station with him and leaves his phone in the car. So although I did not know his password at the time, someone called him. So what ended up happening was he went to the gas station to pay for the gas. He came back out, was pumping the gas, and somebody called him. And I seen the phone was ringing, and I answered it. Like, I'm like, hello? I'm like, I'm screaming like, help me, help me, help me. He comes in the car. He sees I'm on phone, snatches his phone out of my hand, slammed the door. He get back in the car. He's like smiling like, oh, you really thought answering my phone was gonna do something? Like basically mocking me, mimicking me, like trying to make a fool out of me. And I'm just like, bro, Jason, bro, like, let me out the car. Like, all I want to do is go to school, and if you don't want to take me to school, take me home. Like, what is so hard about that? Like, you know, and at the time I was doing something that I wasn't supposed to be doing, so it was like I deserved it. But it's like, damn, take me home. Like, take me home so I can send you to fucking jail. Like, take me home. So that happens, and he keeps going to his school. Mind you, like I said earlier, 15 to 20 minutes away. 15 to 20 minutes the fuck away. So where his school was his school was an art school. So like where his school was, it was like a very like suburban area with a whole bunch of houses and a wooded area, like a wooded, big ass like wooded area, forest area. So what he does is he goes into the, he pulls up to this wooded area, and then he pulls up to the wooded area, and he like stops the car mid like in the area, and I'm looking like, oh, but no. So obviously at this point, you know, your girl was probably, I was thinking in my head like, I'm about to die, he about to kill me, I'm about to have to scrap up with this nigga, like I'm about to have to put the paws on him, he about to beat my ass, he about to drag me out of his car, he about to fuck me up, like a whole bunch of stuff was going through my mind, y'all, like, because literally he was a psychopath. And that was just what was going through my head. And sure enough, everything that was going through my head is what happened. So boom, he stops the car, he gets out the car, he opens my car door, and he grabs me, and I'm like, let me the fuck go, let me go. I'm like, let me go. He grabbed me, trying to get me out the car. So I wasn't budging, because like I said, I'm a real nigga. You gonna have to put me out this bitch. So he couldn't get me out, so he grabs my book bag and throws it out on the ground. It was like, go get it. I'm like, I'm not going to get that shit. You threw it out the car, give it back to me. You threw it out the car, bring that bitch back. I'm not going to get shit. So he's like, oh, you ain't getting out still, you ain't getting out of the car. And so I'm like, no. I'm just sitting there, I'm like, no. So my phone, this is where it gets fucking like intense. My phone, that fat ass wooded field I told you about, he flung my phone into a ditch. He frisbeed that motherfucker. Frisbee, like them frisbees, frisbeed my bitch. My shit was gone. He said, go get that shit. That's what, like I was a fucking dog. He said, go get that shit.
Nigga, please.
I said, go get what? He said, go get your phone. You need your phone to call. I need you to get out of my car. Go get the phone. So like I said about the backpack, and like I said about the, you picked me up, you dropped me off, you threw my phone, you go get that shit, you bring that shit back to me. I'm not getting out of fuck thing. So he ends up dragging me out the car, and this is where, you know, your girl had to turn Mike Tyson on a bit.
What is that? Oh,
so I think we were fighting, we were doing something, we were fighting, and I popped his chains that was on his neck. I popped his necklaces, and it was, I think the necklace that he had was like of a sibling or a family member that had passed, that had died, may their soul rest in peace. I think I popped his chain, and he just flipped, like he just went ballistic, like he went crazy. Like when I popped a chain,
I am having a very bad day.
I could see the craziness in his face. Like he went dumb, he went stupid. He's like, you popped my fucking chain, you da 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 da. He's screaming, he's yelling, now we fighting. I think I hit him in his face, like, cause he was grabbing me. He threw me into like a shrub, and I had like those little pokey things all on me and shit. And he was just like, fuck you, you know. He was just treating me like not a human person, and it really hurt my feelings. And kind of right now as I'm talking about it, it just disgusts me that I made myself go through shit like this, like but at the same time it kind of grew me. But it's just really disgusting me. It's kind of making me emotional, but I'm a gangster and we ain't finna cry on this channel at all. So with that being said, us fighting and stuff like that, a lady pulls up, and I will never forget this day. Like if I ever seen that lady again, I would give her the biggest hug of my life. Oh my god, I feel like I'm gonna cry. Damn, I do not want to cry. I hate when people cry on camera, but I will never forget this lady. Like she was like a younger lady, and like in her like early or mid 20s, and she looked like Hispanic. She had tattoos and stuff, and she had like I think either a daughter or like a daughter and a son in the car, like 2 kids, and her kids look like mixed, like her baby daddy was black or something. And she came, she was like she was like, you guys are in a very white neighborhood, you guys gotta chill, like they're gonna call the police on you guys and you guys are gonna get arrested, like you guys gotta chill, like whatever the case may be. And I'm like, this nigga put his hands on me, he threw my phone in the ditch, like I'm screaming, crying, telling her what's going on, like I'm like crying, telling her what's going on. And she's like, if you want, like I could take you wherever you need to go, as long as no cops come and everybody's okay, like I could take you where you want to go. Like, so I grabbed my bag off the floor, I grabbed my bag and I like go into her car. She's like, sit in my car. And then while I was sitting in her car, she was talking to him. She was talking to him or whatever the case may be. And she was I guess, I don't know what they were talking about, because I was in the car with the kids and they were talking about something. And I guess she convinced him, or well, he convinced her to basically make me get back in the car with him so we could talk it out and he'll take me back to where I need to go. No, that nigga is a fucking liar. So whatever he told that lady, I don't know. My camera's about to die, but basically, to finish the story off, he lied. Whatever he told that lady, he lied. He lied to that lady straight to her face, and he lied. Like, I don't know what he told her, like, and to this day, I don't know what he told her to make her say, like, all right, get out the car. Let's, like, let me, like, make you go back to him. But she came back to the car, like, probably like 5 minutes later after talking to him, and she was like, he said he's gonna take you home and whatever the case may be. So I'm like, I'm just, you know, crying like, okay, you know, okay, fake tears and stuff. Not fake tears, real tears, but I'm like, okay, whatever, blah, 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 blah. So I get out of the car and I'm just like, come take me home. So he gets in the car. He went and got my phone. So luckily, I don't know if this was God that day or whatever the case may be. That is why I always say that I am God's favorite. God loves me. God loves me the mostest. God does the mostest for me. And I am God's favorite child, because he threw my phone in the ditch. He flung my shit. And he went and looked while I was sitting in the car. I guess he went and like found it. And he brought it back, and my phone was not broken or cracked or anything. Thank the Lord. So I get back in the car and we pull up to this like parking lot by his school. Like, it's like a complex, like it got food places and stuff. And he like stopped being crazy for 30 seconds. He stopped being crazy and was like, oh my God, did I hurt you? This is how I knew I was dating a fucking abusive, domestic violence, psychotic lunatic. He was like, are you okay? Did I hurt you? Like rubbing me, like rubbing my leg, like grabbing my face, kissing me on my lips. Just keep kissing me. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hurt you. Like, are you okay? Whatever the case may be.
Who does that?
So like, at that point, when he was kissing me, like, I wasn't kissing back. It was like him grabbing my face, pecking me. And I was just sitting there, I was just like, bro, Jason, like, at this point, just take me home. Just take me home, and that'll be that. Like, I don't even want nothing else to ever do with you ever again in my life. Like, ever fucking again in my life. And he was just like, oh, I can't take you home. You can't take me home? You can't what? I was like, you can't take me home? You cannot take me home? What you mean by that? He was like, oh, school about to start. And when I tell y'all, I was livid, fucking livid. So I'm like, so how do you expect me to get home? How do you expect me to get to school? Like, what? Whatever. He's like, I'm sorry, like, I can't like take you to school.
All right.
Shrubs from the bushes, my pants were dirty, my jacket was dirty. Just everything about that day went wrong. I don't know, like that day like literally opened my eyes to see the type of person that I was dealing with. And honestly, I felt as if he would have killed me that day. He would have killed me, he would have hurt me very, very bad, and just left me there, honestly. Because if you can literally do all that stuff and then turn around and baby and then leave me, whatever. So fast forward that day or whatever, we didn't talk. I didn't hit him up. I think he called and texted me a couple times. I didn't hit him up because, bitch, you just hurt me. You just put your hands on me. Why would I want to fucking talk to someone who put their fucking hands on me? No, dead flies, you grits. So I ended up calling him because I was looking through my bag for my key because I'm gonna be late. So what ended up happening was I got fed up. I was just like, fuck you, bro. I got out the car, grabbed my bag, grabbed my belongings, and I called one of my really close friends. At the time. They went to Gardens, and I was like, bro, because like sometimes they go to school early and sometimes they go to school late. So I called him, like, bro, tell them what's happening, boom, boom, boom. I'm like crying and stuff. I'm like, bro, please come get me. I'm like way over here. My mom's gonna kill me. My mom gonna beat my ass if she ever find out. Just come get me. Like, you don't even need to take me home. Just take me to school, and I'll just get to school, and like whatever class I missed, I'm gonna go to the next class. At this point, we're just gonna just keep going with the day. We're not gonna cry over spilled milk. So they come get me, whatever the case may be. I get to school. So I'm looking for my key before I panic and tell my mama like, oh, I lost my key or whatever the case may be. I'm like, bro, I seen the key in your car before you snatched me up out that hole. Go look in your car for my fucking key and bring me my motherfucking key. This nigga's like, oh, I don't have your key. Lie. Liar, liar, liar. Pathological liar, 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 liar. Pants on fire. He had my key. He never gave me my key. Just want to put that out there. Never gave me my key ever after that point. But he had my key. And I felt like he needed my key because he was trying to sneak up on a bitch. You know, catch a bitch slipping type shit. Ain't on that. So I ended up, you know, just telling my mom like, yeah, I lost the key. Nah, that nigga had the key. Or either he had that shit or he flung it out somewhere or it fell out when he threw my bag. But the key was with me before, and the key never came back with me. So after that situation, you know, he was just being very real crazy. He was just really crazy from jump. Before that situation, just many other situations showed me that, but this one situation just really showed me like, oh my god, like, bro, what the hell? Like, you really need to stop talking to him. He's gonna hurt you. He's gonna hurt you. And yeah, y'all, like, that's the story time. Like, he basically kidnapped my ass, took my ass to such setting, proceeded to attempt to beat my ass. But you know, I think in a way I got my ass beat, but at the same time I was still throwing up the motherfucking deuce. Bitch, I was throwing up the deuces because you was not finna sit here and beat my ass. You was not finna sit here and beat my ass. You was not finna do that. So I think after that point, like, he was still hitting me up and stuff like that. And honestly, I'm not gonna sit here in front for the camera and say after that situation I stopped fucking with him completely, because no, that was not the case. That boy literally was my first everything. So like, it was kind of hard to stop talking to him, but after that situation, it really opened my eyes, and eventually I stopped talking to him because I just knew that this situation wasn't gonna lead me nowhere good. It was just gonna only hurt me, and it was gonna hurt me very, very bad. Either I was gonna end up being a single mom, I was gonna be dead, I was gonna be in jail, like something just bad was gonna happen fucking with this dude. And my mom is my witness about this. My friends are my witness, and just people in my life now, even my friends that I'm still friends with, can tell you that Jason, Never again. In this life or the next, I don't even wish this on my worst enemy. This type of relationship, I do not wish. And I also just want to put out there a disclaimer, a huge disclaimer. Domestic violence is never okay at all. Like, not even to joke about. Like, for a guy to feel like it's okay to talk to a female, mentally hurt her, physically hurt her, spiritually break her down, treat her less than, talk to her, make her feel like she's less than, it is never okay. And as a man, I feel like you should never do that to a female, because a female made you. And just this situation just showed me that I really went through a whole freaking domestic violence relationship. Like, and I wasn't even touching 18. That's never okay. Never okay. And I'm glad that I could, like, literally, I can sit about it and think about it now and say, like, bro, look where God has taken me from, look where God has brought me from, and look at where I'm at now. Because back then, I was so depressed because of this guy. I was so lonely because of this guy. My relationship with my mom was, like, messing up because of this person. Like, everything was fucking up for this person, and I was willing to risk all of that for this person, and this person was hurting me. This person was making me into a person that I was not. This person was just, you know, like, just, this person just was just, I don't know, it was just a very bad time for me. I was just a Laquelle that I literally did not want to be. And I'm so happy that I'm just at a better place in my life. I'm at a better place. I'm smarter. I'm just because that situation just will never happen again. And if a situation ever occurred, just know, bitch, I'm hitting you with the 5. Bah, 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 bah. I'm hitting you with the 5, because never again. But yeah, y'all, this is the end of the story time. I hope y'all liked, and I hope y'all share, you know, not only just for the content, for the entertainment, and just the fact that, you know, it's a story time, but share it to, like, someone who went through this, like, you know, because this is some serious shit, man. We're living in a crazy world, man, with crazy people. And, you know, I just want everybody to just be careful, because this situation just was y'all. But it made me who I am now. It grew me, it matured me. And, you know, I honestly can say that, like, I have no hard feelings towards Jason. I wish him nothing but the best. Honestly, I will never speak to him again, and I forgave him in silence. I moved on with my life. Have no hidden ill, no hidden hate, no nothing. But I just think it's meant to be that he stays where he's at and I stay where I'm at, and it's cool. That was a chapter. We closed it, and that's a chapter that we burnt. We burnt that book. Boom. So if anybody who is cool with Jason, or anybody just peep who I'm talking about, just keep it to yourself, because like I said, have no hate, no problems, no beef, no nothing. I just, you know, decided that this first time would be good for some content, or whatever the case may be. But yeah, y'all, wait till the last. Make sure y'all like the video, comment down below, subscribe for more content. Subscribe, y'all. If you're new and you watching this video, click the subscribe button. That's all I need you to do. Just subscribe. Just click that red button down below. Like, that's gonna help me in the long run to make great content for y'all, or whatever the case may be. But yeah, so yeah, your girl F.S.O, I'm signing out. I hope y'all love this story time. I got more for y'all, and yeah, peace.
She got a little